ticking and it's ticking fast. We've had enough, this greed can't last. So count your days. You raise the price, but the vibe ain't right. Monthly subscription bills on repeat. Prices rise, but the pay don't change. We're stuck in the middle of a losing game. Count your days. Your game's exposed, the whole world knows your time is up, no more to say. Claiming inflation, but we see the play. How much more do we have to pay? Count your days.
Hey tea sippers, I hope you guys are doing good today. Child, now you know it's serious because we have another episode of Count Your Days. So a lot of people have been asking me to hit on this Coachella situation. When I tell you, they are saying, Coachella, count your days, bitch.
Count your fucking days, bitch.
Let me go ahead and put me on some good old low shit, honey, okay? Ooh-wee. Whoo, this Coachella tea is messy. Okay, let me stop. You know, you can't be up here talking with ashy hands, okay? All right, they feel better. This Coachella tea is messy, and I've been sipping slow all over TikTok. So let me say this first and foremost. I have never been to Coachella. Again, if I wanted to go, I could afford to go. I just don't do large crowds. I don't even like looking at mosh pit videos. I don't like festivals. It gives me anxiety, even to watch it on camera. When I feel like I turn here, there's a person, and I feel like I can't breathe. Literally. So I've never been fans of just going somewhere where you're just stuck and can't leave right away. You know, I love going to concerts because there's working bathrooms and I can go home and go to bed. I did go to One Fest last year and I had a good time. But again, you know, everything was really nice. You hang out during the day and then you go home. You can come back the next day and then you go home. So I didn't know Coachella did all this. I really didn't know what it was all about. I knew a lot of influencers go to it. I didn't realize that they had, camping and showers. And so I've learned a lot going down this Coachella rabbit hole. So just, me being transparent, I just thought it was just like a festival. You went to go listen to music and then you went home. I didn't know like people really camped there just because it's just not my thing. So I never really dwelled into it until now. Oh my gosh, the tea is piping hot, bitch, okay? So folks have been calling out Coachella. People are very upset about the treatment. And then the tickets are not cheap. They're anywhere from $600 to $800. Then you got to pay for like certain, camping privileges. And then you have, glamping for like the celebrities and the influencers. It was a mess. So bad that Business Insider reported on it. And a lot of people have taken to TikTok to tell their stories. I'm going to go ahead and read to you guys the Business Insider article right now. So this is the article here. It says Coachella, literal hell. Coachella festival goers say they've been waiting in traffic for 12 hours to get into the campground. So they're saying Coachella 2025 is off to a slow start. Attendees of the festival which takes place in April in Indo, California, told Business Insider that they spent up to 12 hours waiting to get into the campsite on Thursday. I made a joke earlier. I didn't know the Fire Festival tickets were included in the admission this year. But that's honestly how I feel. I feel like I was duped. Others stated they'd never seen lines so long. So it was a mess. It was a straight up mess. There was also a lack of food and toilets at that. So a lot of people had things to say. We're going to go ahead and check out some videos right now.
2025 is messy and it's being labeled the worst year since the festival opened in 1999. Here's footage of why concert goers who are left with heat stroke, no bathroom, and no food are demanding a refund, and what changes have already been announced so next weekend and next year aren't the same. One of the most popular ways people attend Coachella is camping in their cars. But this year, the thousands of people who bought car camping tickets are mad as hell and are even giving quotes to Business Insider demanding a refund because they waited 13 hours in their car in 102-degree heat waiting to be let in to the festival.
In case anybody's wondering how car camping is going at Coachella,
But the thing is that they feel duped because they were following last year's protocol of lining up in the wee hours of the morning to be let in early and get a new spot, but due to a new security team being hired this year, they didn't let them into the festival until 9 a.m. And during this disastrous wait in line, festival organizers didn't provide them with bathrooms, so they were peeing in bushes on the side of the road, peeing in cups, and even going number 2 in bushes.
But we don't want to eat because if we eat, apparently people ahead of us were shitting in the bushes, and the cops were called, so that stopped the fucking line for another half an hour because people are shitting themselves in the bushes, so we can't eat.
They were given no food or water. Festivals, especially since Astroworld, always are supposed to provide water, so people were overheating, calling ambulances.
The whole morning I saw one ambulance, and now it's 3:30 and I have seen 5 or 6, and I had to call one.
People were running out of gas even though they had full tanks because they were waiting in the line for 13 hours and needed to use the air conditioning or they would die. So some cars were even being pushed off of the road. They're spamming Coachella's comments with how scammed they feel because these people paid $1,000 for a ticket, then $160 for the car camping ticket. And then those who paid premium preferred car camping tickets that cost $480 were not even given the premium parking spots that they were promised because once they finally let everyone in, they were just panicking and let people park anywhere. And then the shower and bathroom situation, once they got inside, people were waiting hours and hours and hours just to shower. And then when they finally got in shower, they realized no one was cleaning up after themselves after taking the nastiest showers, like leaving their shaved body hair in there.
The first shower that I opened, literal jump scare. A pile of someone's curly little pubes in the corner.
Oh right, and there were snakes on the campground. So for next weekend, so this doesn't happen, airlines are telling campers to sell their car camping tickets, which a lot of people have already announced that they did. And they're offering them premium low-cost airline flights so they can bring all their camping supplies, fly to Coachella, and then just camp there without their car. And next year, I'm sure they will not be hiring the same security team that a lot are saying is responsible for this mess.
So as you see, that's just a highlight of just some of the things that went down in Coachella. So now we're going to watch some more videos, you know, people who were on the ground, what they had to say. The whole situation is a hot mess.
The shower situation at Coachella is awful. You will have to wait hours in line every single day just to take like a 5-minute shower. And people on TikTok are always posting videos saying that most attendees don't even clean up after themselves. So you just feel dirty the whole time. Ironically, for some reason, the crowd at Coachella is always super dead. Like if you look around, it's almost like no one is singing or dancing along to the music, and everyone just has their phone out and is recording silently. In fact, a few years ago when Tyler, the creator, was performing, he walked out onto the Coachella stage and started yelling at the audience for being so boring. Pretty much a situation like this happens every single year because everyone is just there for one reason, to take picture features. And if you want to know how I know these specific details, it's because I unfortunately went to Coachella in 2018. Yes, it was years and years ago at this point, and I wouldn't say I regret it, but I definitely would not do it again. I ended up spending so much money that I could have probably spent on like a trip to Europe. The Airbnb that my friends and I got was $1,000 a night. Okay, there was like 8 of us, to be fair. So we were splitting everything. But even to this day, all these years later, I cannot justify the price.
It seems to me that Coachella seems to be a money grab. It's more about aesthetics. It's more about saying, I'm at Coachella, I'm cool, I got the money, I'm an influencer, than it really is about being there for the music or really connecting with people. It's all about aesthetics for social media, is what I'm gathering and what I've always felt when it comes to Coachella.
We're on hour 8 of being in line for the Coachella. It's a shit show this year.
This year's Coachella festival was actually a disaster. People who went camping there had to sit in hours of traffic just to get in. And don't even get me started on the Uber situation. It was completely out of control. If you wanted to call an Uber, you were looking at least a 3-hour wait. And once you finally got through the traffic and made it to Coachella, you still had to spend hours setting up your tent. Even after getting it all set up, there was still a chance snakes would show up in the camping area. On top of that, the shower situation was awful. You'd have to wait for hours just to get a 5-minute rinse. Honestly, camping at Coachella felt more like a punishment than anything else. After going through all of that, everyone's energy was completely drained. The crowd at Coachella felt lifeless. If you looked around, hardly anyone was singing or dancing along to the music. Everyone was just standing there holding up their phones to take pictures. That's it. People paid $600 or $700 for what ended up being a pretty miserable experience. Some even spent 3 times that for VIP tickets. Now, the internet is flooded with people talking about how bad this year's Coachella was. Honestly, I'm just glad I didn't go.
Chaos at Coachella as the journey to the iconic music festival's campgrounds turned into a parking lot.
We have been stuck in line for nearly 10 hours. There's no porta potties, so if you need to use the restroom, grab some food, whatever it is, do that first.
This as tens of thousands continue to flock to Indio, California ahead of the festival's first weekend.
We still haven't heard from organizers, so we don't know what went wrong and if they're going to fix it or not.
All right, guys, here's an update about Coachella. It's 3:58 p.m. Finally made it past security. As reference, we got here at 5 a.m., 5:30, but we got in line with our friends who had been here since 3 a.m., so we were far in the line. apparently they have hired some new company, and the campsite is free-for-all. So it's not assigned. Usually when you get into security, they usher you to different lots. Once that lot is filled, then they move to the next lot. Apparently people are just parking wherever the hell they want to. There's no direction. So it's literally a clusterfuck. Like, it's crazy.
Damn, it's nighttime.
Car camping, and there's some people in this line that have been here for 13 hours, but we've only been here for like 2 hours. Tried to ask some of the employees working here why it's such a long wait and why the discrepancy between the two wait times, but no one knows why. While we're waiting in this line, I'm just gonna get my hair colors in. What else am I supposed to do?
After 5 hours. Wow.
In case anybody's wondering how car camping is going at Coachella, we've been here since 2:30. It's noon and we're still not even set up. Coachella, what is going on?
Oh my god! What's wrong with you?
A scary episode of road rage as excited music fans head to Coachella. They come face to face with an angry man who throws a bottle through their window.
It's not worth it then. Turn on your window, Dylan. No. Oh my god!
A backseat passenger throws what appears to be a glass bottle into a different vehicle, shattering a side window.
What's wrong with you?
Look at that. Hey! You're a witness. That's when Sean steps out and confronts the driver.
I had to stand up for them, so I knew they were scared just as much as I was too.
They managed to get the vehicle's license plate before it turns around and takes off.
Yeah, I got it.
It's in video, right?
Yeah, I got it in video.
People can be on edge. I totally get that. You know what I mean? But it doesn't give you a right to just destroy somebody's property just because you couldn't get your way. I just wanted to know what he did was wrong. That's all. Like, I don't care for him to go to jail or do whatever. Like, I just want him to know what he did was wrong, and I just want him to do better and be better.
Coachella is a complete disaster this year. So today is the start of Coachella and it's not off to a good start. People going to the event to camp had to wait in hours upon hours of traffic just to get there, with some people saying they had to wait as much as 12 hours to get in. By the way, the average waiting time is normally about 2 hours, not 12. Now once you're done waiting in the traffic to get to Coachella, people then had to wait for hours to set up their tents. And you might think that everything is fine once the tent is set up, but there have been different videos of snakes invading the camping area. Honestly, camping at Coachella seems almost like a punishment this year.
Coachella, what the hell are you doing? We have been stuck in line for nearly 10 hours. We showed up here for camping at 3 in the morning and got in line. It's almost 1 p.m. right now. We still haven't even gone through security, and everyone around us has been here for just the same amount of time. It's 100 degrees outside. People's cars are overheating. They're running out of gas. There are no bathrooms anywhere for us to use. There's staff porta potties people are being denied access to. People who've been waiting there in their car for 10 plus hours. People have literally been using the bathroom behind bushes like animals, and they paid like over $600 to be here. This whole experience has been so disappointing, and it's been...
Imagine paying over $600 for tickets to Coachella and you're being forced to use the bathroom outside like an animal. And that means number 1 and number 2. That is insane to me.
It's been extremely dehumanizing. People are pissed. The news is here. People are fighting and cutting each other in line. Someone in my group got sideswept being cut in line, and another woman literally got hit by a car because she was trying to block them from cutting in front of her. This is a complete shit show. I don't know what Coachella's gonna do to fix this, but it better be big.
Look, the street's blocked off, so all these cars are just going in front of us and basically just keep pushing us back. So like, are we getting through there or not? Or we're just fucking stuck here for no reason?
If you're car camping at Coachella, just keep in mind, I have absolutely no idea what's going on. We have been waiting in line to, I don't even know where the entrance is at this point. We're in line for somewhere for 4 hours and there's no end in sight. So keep that in mind. I have absolutely no idea what's going on. I hear that they're just like being very thorough with the checking. However, I still don't, that doesn't make sense to me. It should be going faster somehow. So yeah.
I've seen people pass out through heat exhaustion. It's just chaos. We've been here personally since 3 a.m. and this is crazy. It's literally almost 11.
7 hours into this. We paid $600 a ticket plus $300 for the car camping pass. Like, this is absurd. Why are we spending this money to spend 8 hours in a car and we're not even inside yet?
Cars were breaking down constantly from idling and overheating. That is crazy. Imagine the pollution of all these cars just sitting there idly.
After seeing everybody's fucking disaster stories of this year's Coachella and the lack of organization and shit, I want to share with you a fucking horror story of the showers. And I fucking hate when people just be like, the bathrooms are just dirty. No, stop fucking sugarcoating it. I'ma fucking tell you the nasty ass shit that I saw when I went to 2023's. Now, I fucking saw used tampons in the corner of the fucking shower. That is disgusting. And I saw a sign that said no shitting in the shower for the men's side.
What?
What the fuck?
What?
You're so fucking hopped up on drugs, or you're lazy, or you're that fucking disgusting. Both sides. That is so gross. Fucking safety hazard. Ugh. So when they say bring your own makeshift showers, or I brought my own makeshift shower, I completely understand why. It is so unsanitary. I never wanted to get out of a damn shower so freaking fast. And not to mention, as soon as I got out the shower, I was dry within 5 seconds. Wasting my time and my well-being because ew. Just ew. So if
Imagine having to put up a note for grown men to not shit in the shower. What in the hell is going on at Coachella, honey? Y'all are out there wilding. And I've also been hearing a lot of crazy sex stories too. A lot of people just go up there to randomly hook up in the desert, honey.
If you're coming to Coachella and you're camping and you haven't left your house, you are late. We have been in line for 20 minutes and we have moved maybe 100 feet. I'm gonna show a screenshot of where we are and where the camping entrance is. This is insane. There's no porta potties, so if you need to use the restroom, grab some food, whatever it is, do that first. This is crazy. I'll keep you guys updated on how long it takes us to get inside.
Y'all, we set everything up and then they were like, y'all gotta pack up, y'all in the wrong spot. When I tell y'all we had everything done, like the canopy's done, sidewalls done, tapestry done, rug done, tent done, like, you know what, Day Zero? You did me dirty, but you know what? This is a festival tip. Make sure you're in the right spot before y'all start setting up because security did us dirty.
This is insane. If there's no workers and there's nobody doing their job, who is checking security? I'm surprised more people didn't crash out. They don't know if people had guns or anything like that. Where is the security team to make sure that people are actually safe there and that nobody brings any weapons there? Like, this is crazy to me.
Okay, guys, status update. Number one, it's hot. I'm with Emma. She's gonna help us tell this. We got in line at 5:30 or 6. What time did we get in, do you think, today?
11. Like, actually getting here.
Like 11. So that was what? I don't even know math right now. Like 5 hours sitting in line. That was a shit show. And then the whole reason we wanted to get here early was so that we could get in and set up camp early. And then we ended up getting in here at 11:30 or 12, and then we set up camp, and it was so hot that it's now 3 o'clock. We've had a heat stroke. I've taken a shower with water bottles because it's just it's so hot. My head hurts. Coachella is not off to a good start.
Yeah, you're obviously not from the Midwest and been out in the boonies and literally had your parents force you to put up the tent because they didn't feel like doing it. You better learn at some point because you might be stranded out in the woods. So guess what?
We put the tent up together.
We did, but no, I'm not saying that I just did it. I'm saying that I kind of was pretty confident in doing it because of my past experience.
That's a shade, honey.
People literally ran out of gas,
Or their car broke down,
or their car broke down, and they're literally out here pushing their car through the security line. I'm
crazy.
dead. Like, what? What are they gonna do?
I don't want to ask.
Oh my god, they're getting towed by this other car.
Yeah, he's got a winch.
Okay.
It's this hot that they had to put their phones on ice. That is crazy.
Good morning, guys. It is officially day 1 of Coachella. We went hard at camp because some of us took 10 hours to get in. I didn't. I took 3. I don't know how the fuck I did it, but fuck, dude. Coachella car camping this year, disaster. Literally absolutely fucking ridiculous, but we made it. We basically made our own we picked our own spot. There was no one guiding us. If we're gonna rate Coachella this year for car camping, absolutely shit show. Absolutely fucking shit show. But good morning. Let's get fucked up.
I'm camping at Coachella for the very first time, and I wanted to bring a piece of my apartment out into the desert. I already set up the canopies, but let's set up the rest. Of course, we gotta start with the tarp. I'm camping at Coachella for the very first time, and I wanted to bring a piece of my apartment.
Wow, that looks disgusting.
I went to Coachella weekend 1, so if you're going weekend 2, here's some tips for you. That grass was not green this year, so expect a lot of dust. If you're planning on using one of the pedicabs, they got rid of them, so you're gonna get your steps in. The vibe is off this year. I don't know what it is, but it's just not the same. In my opinion, the event staff, majority of them, really don't care about the attendees. Any of the event staff I talked to, honestly, they literally didn't give a fuck. All of the bathrooms were absolutely fucked this year. Don't bring hand sanitizer this year. Bring those wet wipes, because hand sanitizer literally just felt like I was just rubbing more dirt on my hands. Lots and lots of tissues. You're going to be blowing your nose. Go see fucking Gaga. She was amazing. Travis Scott was ass. The art installations are beautiful this year. They're always beautiful, but this year they're really cool. They got rid of the main beer garden in the middle, so now it's just an open walkway. What I mean by that is that the area is not 21 and up now. The Red Bull Mirage, couldn't even tell you how to get in. It honestly isn't worth it in my opinion. Going in from the side right into the Dulab was the easiest way to get in. Bring eye drops. My eyes were so dry from the dust that I was just I needed windshield wipers for my eyes. Again, the grass was not green at all, which means the grass is going to be how it is at Stagecoach, so bring something to sit on. They did not pass out water at any set. In the previous years, I feel like they would do that if it was really hot, but they did not this year. That's all I can think of right now.
Yeah, why did nobody want to tell me that Coachella is set up like the 12 different districts from the Hunger Games? All day, my For You page has been nothing but people's Coachella outfits and where they are staying at Coachella. The amount of sections, subsections, pockets I have been exposed to of where people are deciding to lay their head at night at this music festival is insane. Almost dystopian. What do you mean some of us are sleeping in our car with no money, no food, no water? Literally nothing but the clothes on our backs and Instagram. While other people, like influencers, are sleeping in mansions or hotels or luxurious RVs, then you have non-rich influencers who are sleeping in these bougie tents that cost over $10,000 to buy. Is insane. My question to you all is, where are you guys getting your money from? We are borderline in a recession. 2 Coachella tickets cost over $1,000, which means the peasants and commoners who are sleeping on nothing but rocks and dirt most likely spent over $3,000, probably way more than that, to be at this festival. What are y'all's jobs? Because I would like to send in an application immediately. Also, last thing, I don't know why I thought Coachella tickets were cheaper than what they... Like, someone who was a teenager in the 2010s, like 2015, 16, 17, Coachella was always like a dream goal that I had, because, it was cool. Like, a dream was always to go to Coachella. I don't know why. But dang, forget it now. Some of y'all are living rough. Y'all are living rough out there with the snakes and the demons and the monsters.
The camping safari area, people bring their inflatable pools and fill them up, and it's really cute, and decorate their tent.
So that's the rich side of Coachella. These are the people that they're not sleeping in their cars.
The bathrooms are right there, and then these are the showers. I'm gonna show you guys the walk to our tent from the bathrooms. So ours is around that way. I'm gonna go this way because these are really cute. Look at this one. They decorated, they're so cute.
Set up, that's our shower, that's our door. Ooh, I have SZA over here since I love SZA. That like is a kind of another door, but we don't really go through that. Trash can, grills, Logan. Table, snacks, water for our showers, ice chest.
Them people at Coachella said they got to the camping grounds at 3 a.m. and were still waiting in line to get into said camping ground at 1 p.m. 10 hours to be let into outside? And then they said they paid $600 to camp there, outside, on the free land, the land that is free. Excuse me? $600 to be outside, and the kicker is that it's over 100 degrees. So not only did you wait in your car for 10 hours to be let in, paid $600 to be outside on the free land, but now when you get in there, you about to fry like some eggs. Done over easy. Is y'all cool for real? I'm not waiting in line for 10 hours to see nobody at the concert. I'm not paying $600 to camp outside to see anyone in concert. Is Jesus gonna be there? Because that's what it's given. Is Jesus coming back? I don't even know why I asked y'all if y'all was cool for real, because ain't no way. I already know y'all ain't cool, because this is...
I agree. A lot of these folks are not okay. I know they're salty as hell. They spent all that money just to be sitting outside in the heat and disaster and just, it's a mess. So I agree with him. They're not cool, nor are they okay.
The side of Coachella that nobody talks about, like the fact that it's like one of the biggest SEX weekends in the industry in Hollywood. Like, all y'all see on social media is your favorite influencers and all that and brands turning up at the festival, but nobody talks about what is happening on the other side of Coachella, how men are getting mansions, all the hoes is popping out, and it's like rabbits that weekend. Everybody turns into horny rabbits that weekend. Like, everybody knows that. And that is why I refuse to go to Coachella unless it's with a brand. Because if you just go to Coachella just to go to Coachella, the perception of that,
Would you ever spend $1,000 for dinner at Coachella? I think I found the most expensive place to have dinner in the festival, and it's none other than Nobu. There were absolutely no walk-ins. It was reservations only. I'm so dumb. I accidentally booked my reservation for weekend 2, but we were able to work it out on the back end because you have to pay it in full and there's no refunds. It's an omakase menu, so you don't get to pick what you get. The chef picks for you, and it's $350 per person plus 22% included gratuity. Also, if you show up late, they'll give you a bento box to go and you can't even eat it here. But I think that this is a once-in-a-lifetime experience because you can have a Michelin star dinner, and just across from you is the Kassar stage where there's so many artists playing, and if you timed your reservation right, you can literally be eating Nobu while Tiesto was playing. You guys know me, I'll cheap out on certain things and ball out on others, and this I don't regret a bit because it was such a fun experience, and you can watch them make the sushi right in front of you. Sometimes getting omakase is scary because you don't know if you're gonna like the food, but everything that they prepared was so amazing. I did a little taste test vlog as well, and my favorite, the rock shrimp tempura. This gave us enough energy for the day that we were just frolicking around Coachella. Would you ball out for this?
I mean, the difference in how the regular folks at Coachella, they're sitting there roasting hot dogs on an open fire. Meanwhile, she got a Nobu reservation. Oh, must be nice to be a big old influencer on TikTok. I ain't mad at her. She said she eating sushi, bitch, and watching the stage from the Nobu section, okay?
Shit. There it is. Oh,
Oh
it's
my
moving.
God. The poor people got to deal with snakes. Meanwhile, old girl had Nobu, honey. What the hell?
Dinner at Coachella. These are supposed to be nachos with hot dogs, baked beans, nacho cheese, and jalapenos. They're living. We tried to heat it up on the little stove thing, but it was too much power for the power bank that we have, so it's a little cold, but it's okay. It's still really good.
Now you notice the difference how this you can't even call them poor because they have enough money to get to Coachella and, you know, buy tickets. But notice the difference in the status levels. The influencers that are eating at Nobu, eating fresh sushi. Meanwhile, she's eating a pile of bullshit. I see beans, jalapenos, hot dogs. This does not look appealing at all. And then it's cold. I don't do cold food at all. My food has to be piping hot like my tea.
I'm having it with the cucumber lime electrolyte because, girl, I need to sleep, need to rehydrate, because we're just getting started. Can't be tapping out already. What should we have for dessert? We only have like 2 things, so.
She brave as hell eating all them damn beans and stuff while camping.
If you chew it while holding your breath, it's pretty good. Just kidding.
I saw this video online, and look at what you get for $12,000 just to go to Coachella. So you get a tent with 2, not 1, but 2 queen-size beds, an air conditioner, a mirror, coffee table, fridge,
There's 2 beds,
and
2 nightstands,
some bath towels.
mirror,
For me, for one, I'm not paying $12,000 to sleep in a tent.
little AC unit,
This is not something I would do.
fridge.
This setup looks to be no more than $500. $12,000, you could put a down payment on a home for $12,000. Like, you know, again, everybody's free to do what they want to do with their money, but this is not worth $12,000. You could rent a mansion for a week for $12,000.
Live from the Coachella car camping line. We've been here since 7:30. It's almost 12 hours. Right now, the time, 5. What time is it? 5:21. 5:21. We've been here for 12 hours. I've been like this. And we decided to stretch for 12 hours. Send help.
The shit show has not fucking ended, bruh. Look at this shit. We've been here for like fucking 20 minutes, bruh. And we're still not into the festival. It's a fucking shit show. Coachella, you fucked up. Literally, someone passed out over there. That's how fucking much of a shit show this fucking shit is, bro.
Coachella's a lie, and I'm telling you this as an influencer that's gone to Coachella for the past 9 years in a row. Let me break down what Coachella is actually like. It's like the Hunger Games for thirsty influencers. Most of the influencers that go to Coachella don't even actually go to the festival. If they do go to Coachella, it's usually they go there to get photos and then they leave. Or maybe get one story that's like, oh my God, Lady Gaga, I love you. And then they leave. That's it. And then it becomes this whole thing of what parties are you going to? I'm going to Revolve. I'm going to Neon Carnival. Well, did you get into Pooch? Are you going to 818? Well, I heard the Kardashians aren't even going to be there. Well, what if they show up? You're going to miss out. Oh my God, well, can you get me on the list? Nah, it's full. Okay, guys, we can't go to the festival at all today. I got to go to Celsius, then to Revolve, then to Pooch, then to 818 so I can try to get into Pizza Slime. Make it make sense. Even if you wanted to see the headliners, you have to leave an hour before the show ends or else you're going to wait traffic and a line and whatever, and then you might not get into Neon Carnival on time and all that just to party with the same people that we party with in LA every single week. Look, at the end of the day, I love Coachella. I love the parties. I just see a lot of people posting FOMO posts feeling bad that they can't be there. They didn't get on the list for something. All I'm saying is you only see the good moments. You don't see the thirst. You don't see the stress. I'm chilling out in the mountains this time. I hope everyone has an amazing time at Coachella, and I'll see y'all next year.
It's upsetting me and my homegirls, cause we feel like if we can't come to Coachella to see Meg, where the hell can we go?
what I'm about to say, I probably have no business saying it because I'm watching from District 12, but I don't understand what the hype is over Coachella. I'm not gonna hold you. After Baychella, I stopped dreaming about going to Coachella. And the reason is because I've been to so many festivals that when I looked at the lineup yesterday and like the schedule for Coachella, I didn't even know they had over 5 stages. A festival that has over 5 stages is egregious work. In those type of temperatures, you guys are doing this and paying for it? As the average Joe, like, real question, why do you guys pay for Coachella? I swear, if you're not an influencer, a celebrity, an artist guest, artist entourage, like, if you don't have a special type of wristband other than, like, the general admissions, why are you going?
So I got back from Coachella at like 9 p.m. last night, and this is why I think that this year did not hit the same as the previous years. I went in 2023 and 2024 and had the time of my life. I also felt like a lot of the crowd just like didn't match my freak. Like no one else was really like dancing or like getting as excited as me and my friend were. So that kind of like, you know, dulls your sparkle a little bit. To be fair though, it is extremely hot. Like people probably just didn't have as much energy. Also, I feel like day one typically sets the tone for the whole weekend, as it does. And usually day one, like people bring out like such cool guests like Justin Bieber. We were expecting like Bruno Mars, Billie Eilish, people like that. And we saw like 11 people and no one really brought out like a cool guest, which is fine. But it's like, it doesn't feel like Coachella unless like there's some special big surprise type of thing. I also felt this way last year a little bit, but this year I felt like people, especially like Lady Gaga and stuff like that, were performing more for the live stream as opposed to like hyping up the audience and stuff. And you can disagree with me on that, like especially if you weren't there, you probably will disagree with me on this, but in my opinion, I feel like Lady Gaga usually is so good at like throwing a big dance party rager type of thing, and there's a lot of videos of people like not dancing and stuff like that, but it's because like, okay, she took like 5 minutes to transition from like wig to wig, and now she's doing Shallow, which is like a slow song, and now she's talking for another 5 minutes. I feel like she was really kind of like burning time and like performing for like people online, not the people who paid thousands of dollars to see her. And I've been like football fields away from the stage, like so far away, for like Bad Bunny, Calvin Harris, Lana Del Rey. I was so far, so much further, and I could hear perfectly, I could see perfectly. It was a party. Something about her performance and like last year Doja Cat, it just felt like they were trying to like make a movie as opposed to like making the crowd have fun. And people are going to disagree.
And that's interesting because I remember people saying that about Beyonce at one of her concerts, that she was spending more time performing to the camera for her DVD that she's getting ready to release or something, as opposed to really engaging with the fans that were watching her live and that were present in front of her.
Disagree with me on that, and that's totally fine, but I know I'm not the only one with that opinion. Like, she was who I was most excited to see, and I feel like everyone was just like leaving early because they were bored, and I kind of wanted to too, even though like I forced myself to stay till the end, but it was just like a little bit slow moving. And I think after paying thousands of dollars to, yes, obviously see everyone at the festival, but especially her, like she was the draw for myself and so many others, I think I'm allowed to say that it was a little bit disappointing.
All right, so those are all of the opinions, how people felt about Coachella, the disasters. There are some people who loved it. You know, there are some people who, you know, they weren't in traffic. They're not sleeping in their cars. They have $12,000, you know, glamping studios and all that stuff. So, but I think for most of the videos that I've ran across, most people talking about it, they did not like Coachella this year, at least the first week. Maybe the second week will be a lot better. So let's go ahead and get the discussion popping. Did you go to Coachella this year? Were you in those long lines? Did you finally get into the grounds? Did you have a good time? Did you not have a good time? And how do you guys feel about Coachella in general? A lot of people have said that it has changed. It's turned into a big influencer celebrity thing. It's not what initially Coachella was meant for. So they're saying that, you know, it's just not the same feeling. It's getting more and more expensive every year, but you're not getting your bang for your buck. So let's go ahead and get the discussion popping. Go ahead and leave a comment down below. I look forward to reading y'all's comments. Please hit this video with a like, and I will talk to y'all later. Deuces.
If you want the latest news in the streets, join us and tune in for the tea. Breaking news with integrity. So tell your friends and your family. It's the Lovelyti TV show, bringing you good tea and good vibes. It's the Lovelyti TV show. Be sure to share, like, and subscribe.